Praise the Lord, everybody. Praise the Lord, everybody. The Bible says there is no other name given among men whereby we must be saved. That name is Jesus. You shout Jesus in
There we go.
Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Jamaica Tennille.
And I am Jonathan John Johnson.
And welcome to Tour Talk, where we'll be talking to your favorite independent gospel artists and entertainers about COVID-19, how it's affecting them and their communities. And we'll also be talking to you. So we do want you to please comment so we can answer your questions or anything you would like to know.
Yes. So listen, I know y'all see our nice little shirts and all of that. We are excited about what God has in store for us with the Sounds of Worship Tour. If you know anything about the tour, you know that we kicked off in January. And I believe it was the 18th.
January 18th.
We kicked off January the 18th here in Louisville, Kentucky. And it was a wonderful, I'm talking about how do you say it? Pandemonium-izic.
Is that a word?
Pandemonium-izic experience. And it was so exciting. I was able to be a part of it creatively. Shout out to my girl Jamaica, who just always thinks of me and always includes me and let me be creatively involved in the tour. But there are so many people that are a part of this tour and the makeup of this tour.
Yes.
And so we are presenting some things a little differently because, of course, we know that we are in the middle of a pandemic right now. And we are dealing with the COVID-19 situation. And thanks to God, we started when we did.
Yeah, I think God is so intentional. It's so crazy. We've had to adjust. We have to adjust to God's will for our life. And everything doesn't have to be super deep, but just the way I've had so much time to think, and we weren't able to tour like we wanted to, but we had so much footage from our first date that we were able to just release it slowly and still keep people engaged and involved.
Yeah.
So and that was very helpful.
And I think that it's nice because it kind of gives us creatively a different diverted way to approach touring, because as we all know, we think a tour is just, hey, jump on the road and let's just go to city to city to city to city. But this is a particular different type of thing that we are doing this time right now. So Jamaica, talk about first of all, just tell the people, everybody that's viewing, just tell the people what the Sounds of Worship Tour is and like why you thought to start it and like what the vision was and everything and where it came from.
So if you haven't heard me tell this story before, if you have, here it is again. I initially started off with Miraculous Moments Productions, and the vision for Miraculous Moments was to bring religious events to the area, family friendly events where you could bring your whole family, worship, have a good time, whatever. And so I had worked with these individuals for about 2 years and went to church with them, different events and things like that. And I just wanted to do something for them and something for independent artists. I'm not a singer. I love music. I love to worship. I love gospel music. And I just was given, it was put in my heart to just create a platform for independent gospel artists. So I started with who I knew in my area, and they have been gracious enough to assist me with a whole lot of different events. And it's kind of like a, reciprocating relationship.
Yeah, we family.
Yeah, we're family. You may not be able, I don't have the talent, but I know people who do. And so sometimes it just takes whatever you have, whatever you can put into someone, whatever you can put into a project is needed. So anyway, started with the people I knew, and I was like, we've been doing this in Kentucky forever, and a lot of them actually are booked to travel all the time. So I said, why don't we just travel as a family and minister to people and go different places? And so that was the idea. That's what we started off doing. And of course we got, stopped in our tracks, but God is good still. And we were able to still capitalize on what we were doing. We still were able to reach. My whole mission was to reach other people along with building the platform. And so even though we can't go right now, we can still reach you through social media that way. So the mission still is in play. Thanks be to God. So.
Absolutely. And you've got some hashtags and some mottos and some slogans that are really starting to, I'm like, even me, even though I'm a part of the tour, like I'm starting to internalize them now.
Yes.
So talk about the mottos and the slogans of the tour and like what they mean too.
So our slogan is "Your sound is a weapon." Sound off is the main hashtag slogan, and then "Your sound is a weapon" is one of the other ones, because I feel like to relationships with God is individual, and your sound, what God hears from you, is how He blesses you, how you communicate with Him, and so it's not a tour where we're promoting anyone individually, where it's about selling your music, about your merch. You know, that's going to come as well. But the whole point was to sound off and give God, you know, just give Him the glory. And just that's pretty much it.
Yeah. And so if you're taking notes right now to the sermon that she just preached, she gave a very important side. She said that relationships with God are individual. And I think that with the sound, your sound being your weapon, I think what has triggered for me, because you know, when I am singing or if I am ministering or working on that side, a lot of times we find ourselves comparing ourselves, our gifts, our ministries, what God has given us. We compare it to other people. We look at their success. We look at their, you know, what we look at as success, or we look at the retention and the reciprocation or the acceptance of people's gifts and abilities, and we compare ourselves. And God has given us all something individual and unique for our own selves. Right. And I think that that's so important. And like I said, it's starting to really register with me that your sound is not just a weapon, but it's your weapon. It's your weapon because your battle, your journey, your victory is all yours. We all go through, we're together as a family, but we all go through our own journeys and our own paths. So thank you, Jamaica, for, you know, helping that register. You know, we need that. We need that. So moving on, we have just some things. Now, we talked about the COVID-19, and we want to send our condolences to anyone who has lost anyone, any loved one due to COVID-19. I know because it's hitting kind of close to home and, you know, extended family and loved ones. So we want to give our condolences to those people. But we because we are in this pandemic, I think you went into prayer and fasting or something, because once you started telling me the new plans, I was like, oh, okay. So we're not just going to sit at home and we're not just going to just, you know, cut the tour off. We've got more in store. So Jamaica, tell everybody what we can look forward to with the Sounds of Worship tour from here.
There's a lot to look forward to with the Sounds of Worship tour. The main focus for this particular tour talk was to talk about what has changed and how we've adjusted to the pandemic. A lot of people went out and bought all the tissue.
Keyless.
A lot of people panicked and did, you know, a lot of different things. I'm a nurse. I work at night as a nurse, and I take care of people on a COVID unit. I work strictly with COVID patients, and we're very, very clean, and we are very strict about how we enter and how we exit our facility. We don't let anybody in that doesn't work there. We have a certain number of staff, and if one of us calls in, one of us has to cover each other. So a lot of things have changed, and I just took on that position as we transition into this COVID thing, because I was like, I'm not busy with the tour anymore, so I could at least, you know, I was recruited to work that unit. Anyway, so the whole point was to talk about how we've had to change and adjust, and so I was like, okay, God, you gave this to me, what are we going to do? You know, we can't just sit back. And so we want to talk to people and find out what they've done to engage with their followers, what they've done to engage with their audience, and I had to think fast. I'm not a TV person. I'm not a live person. I don't like to be on camera. I don't like to be up in front of people. I had to figure out how I'm going to keep this thing going and still, you know, allow the people who I've brought on with me to keep it going. So I've had to jump out here and start talking to people. I had to jump out here and start posting more stuff and keep the party going to, you know, what do you call it?
Go ahead and keep the party going.
Keep the party going a little, you know,
keep the hype up. You know, keep the hope alive. So that we've had to adjust quite a bit. So that's the whole point of this, to talk to each other, to encourage each other, let you know there's other ways to reach people. You know, God's going to take care of us regardless, as long as we are trusting Him. This is just another way to sit back and refocus and just redo things and figure out what God wants you to do. So that was the whole point of me doing this tour talk show, because I still want to engage, and we got a lot of people following us. They're still waiting on things. And so we are in the process of
making some changes so that we can still reach you, and we won't share them all right this second because we're still, meeting with people and getting signatures and making sure it's all good. So we're excited though because we're still going to be able to minister and still you all will still be able to engage with
now
us.
One of the announcements that we have is already out there because we do have some virtual concerts coming.
Right.
And one of them is launching, that date is
May 31st.
May
on
the 30th.
Pentecost Sunday.
On Ashadamabama Sunday.
And that was not even on purpose. We actually weren't going to post. We were going to post it a week prior, and we had to push it back. And I was like, "Oh wow, that's Pentecost Sunday, the perfect Sunday to drop
Sunday.
Our virtual, virtual worship video."
Yeah, so we have concerts coming to you virtually. You'll still be able to support monetarily in any way that you want. We have
Hi, Keela.
Yeah, we see
Thank
you.
you for tuning in.
We have ways for you all to be a support to the Sounds of Worship tour because I think one thing that is so special to me about this tour is that Jamaica reached out to independent artists and new artists and even some of the artists that we've known or that we've known that has, I guess you could say, a bigger name or a larger name right now, or a bigger following. They all starting off on their own. Like, for instance, the amazing Keela Richardson, Mackenzie Thomas, Lena Bird Miles, Tiffany Andrews. I mean, listen, it is amazing experience. It is so powerful. And to be able to sow and give and support these artists is important too. So
it's very important.
Yeah,
because we're like I said, it's a reciprocating relationship.
Absolutely.
A lot of us feel like our friends. I've noticed where we want our friends to help us get something done, and we don't necessarily want to reciprocate that. And so we're reciprocating that relationship. They're helping me build. I'm helping them build. I'm not preaching. So anyway, just keep that in mind. If you're trying to build something, go to God first and make sure you see exactly what He's trying to give you, and make sure the people on board are in line with God as well, because everyone I've worked with has been so gracious and helpful, and it's just been an amazing experience. That first night,
I ain't gave you no problems, and we ain't fell out at all.
Well, but anyway, it's been great. So the first night was so special, and we haven't gotten past that. But that first night was so special. It happened the way it was supposed to happen. COVID has been terrible as far as the death toll. I hate it. But God is in everything, and absolutely. I just feel like I feel like He's turning things around the way He wants it to be, and so I'm with it. Whatever He wants, I'm gonna fall in line.
And so, if you have not yet tuned in or followed or subscribed to the Sounds of Worship page, which is where we're airing the video from, our Instagram, as well as the YouTube page, we have a YouTube channel, and the videos are being posted weekly. We are giving weekly updates, new videos, where we are sharing the experience from the kickoff. It was so anointed and so powerful that if you go back and watch it, you feel it while you're watching it, which, thanks be to God. God gets all the glory for that because it doesn't have to be that way. But God is amazing. And so you can follow us on YouTube at Sounds of Worship Tour. Yep. You can follow us on Instagram at Sounds of Worship Tour. You can follow us on Facebook at Sounds of Worship Tour. And just kind of stay posted with us and what we have coming up. This virtual concert that's coming on the 31st is going to be just as powerful, just as anointed. We have Dwayne Baxter.
Yep, Mackenzie Thomas.
Mackenzie Thomas from the Voice.
She just dropped her new single yesterday on iTunes, on all social media outlets, so go check her out. Gregory Maurice. He's got his new single that dropped last Tuesday.
Listen, everybody is dropping.
Yes.
Drop. I'm talking about they dropping like flies.
And listen, guys, Soul Tour is going to be all original music next season. So independent artists, if you have friends and you know people with their own music, please have them email us at soultour@gmail.com. We are looking for individuals who are interested in joining the Soul Tour for future endeavors, and we would love to just have original music. There's so much red tape when you're singing other people's songs, and it's good you want to hear familiar songs, but I want like the whole point is your sound is a weapon. We want to hear your sound. So if you're interested in being a part of the Soul Tour, please email us at soultour@gmail.com, and we will be having a new artist showcase coming up. We're working on that too. So just email us and we'll get with you as soon as we got all that together.
Yeah, so absolutely. So as long as you're following us on the YouTube page, you're following us everywhere.
Please
you'll see
subscribe to YouTube.
Please do. You'll see the updates. You'll see the announcements. It is so much coming, and we have a crazy special announcement for this week, which I cannot believe I get to be a part of. Can we tell them? I mean,
we should tell them.
Should we tell them, or should we just? You got to follow the Instagram and Facebook and stuff in order to know the next announcement. But this is not the first time that you'll hear from us this week. We will be back on Friday, and I cannot wait to tell you.
Speaking of adjusting, we weren't going to start the tour talk for 2 weeks, and I need, because we just needed time to get it set up. And so one of our really great interviews coming up was available this Friday. And some people you get with the program. They tell you Friday.
Listen, that's what tour talk's about. We got to talk about the behind the scenes. Like whenever they say let's go, we can. They're ready. Book them. Okay,
right.
let's get them on in.
That kind of pushed us to do this 2 weeks early, and we didn't want to start on a Friday, so we started today so we can introduce what we're talking about, and then hopefully we'll see you all Friday. We will see you all Friday. And
we know we'll see you Friday.
We'll be talking to a very special person who is well known and
all over the globe.
All over.
We have a celebrity guest surprise interview
and they'll
on
be
Friday.
able to tell us how this pandemic has affected them, and you'll get some good laughs out of it too. So
you told them too much.
I didn't tell too much. But anyway.
No, it's all good. So yeah, we are excited, guys. Hopefully, this is pretty much how it's going to be. And we want you all to know that you are able to ask us questions. You are able to converse with us. If there's anything that you would like to see us talk about or hear us talk about, sometimes it'll be a little serious. Other times we're going to lay back and kick back and have a good time. We're going to laugh and have fun. I may be eating some chicken sometimes, and Jamaica may have a Big Red. Do you like Big Red?
I like Big Red, but let me tell y'all something. I've been up all morning getting ready, and I'm hungry.
Starving.
So I called John and asked him to order some food before I got here. The food still ain't here.
And the food still is not here.
I was praying they wouldn't show up while we're talking, but they're not, obviously.
I don't know where they're at.
But anyway, like I said, adjust, and we're adjusting to the times. And I will say a lot of stuff, I've had a lot of time to just relax. Running a tour, we only had one date so far. I had already gone to Memphis to start preparing and start promoting for that tour, and it wasn't 2 days later. It was like,
I got
19.
no sleep.
I don't think I've slept since 2018 when I started Miraculous Moments. So I've gotten some much needed rest. I've had more time with my family. I've had more time with God. I've had more time to think and pray and get things ready. So I just feel like all that is all for the good. And the next time we come back to you with something major, it's going to be, y'all are going to love it. So just know there's something in the works, and we are thinking about you guys, and we love you all. And stay tuned, because on Friday we have a very special guest, and it'll be 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if y'all haven't figured out yet, I'm really just here to reiterate everything Jamaica says. I really don't have a purpose. He's here to hold my hand, because like I said, I don't do lives, and I really don't have a purpose, but I have a purpose. There's purpose in none of my purpose. We all have a purpose. But yeah, so we really appreciate you all tuning in with us on today. What time is it? It is about 2. Oh, we did it. We did good. 30 minutes. We did 20. We came on 2:06. It's 2:26. So we got our 20 minutes. We was trying to figure out, are we going to talk for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or whatever? So I think that we're going to actually go to Instagram. Yeah, we're going to go to Instagram. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do Tour Talk on Instagram. So follow us at Sounds of Worship Tour on Instagram. We're just excited, guys. And there's so much coming. Oh, also, we have merch. Yes. If you see the Tour Talk Tuesday, thank you to everyone who's purchased a t-shirt. They're $20. $20. So if you want a t-shirt, any color, they come in blue, white, baby blue, green, everything, teal, purple, and they're $20. And the ladies have a nice little circle around them, and the gentlemen have one without the nice little circle. Yes.
Yeah.
So $20 to Soul Tour. That's SOWTOUR, and just leave a message who you are and where you want your shirt sent to.
And if just in
$20.
case you don't know, Jamaica's got like a little black Christian bookstore going on, right? She got all type of apparel and stuff that she's launching and everything. We got an online apparel website.
So we've launched Spirit of Wisdom collection,
which is still SOW.
We are encouraged to encourage, and it's our Christian t-shirt line, Christian t-shirt and apparel line. So apparel and accessories. So I'll be promoting that a little more as we go along, but we're not going to talk about that too much.
We can talk about it because it's still in support. And
it is.
Just what I'm really trying to get.
All these different ministries are to fund this ministry. I pour my heart, my soul, and my coins into everybody who I feel is who God sends me, leads me to. So
we are a family like a giant stream. Branching out of the sky.
But anyway, we thank you so much for tuning in today.
Yes, thank you so much. And please follow us, like, share this video, tag some people, and then if you know of any artists, any new artists, anybody that has music and material of their own that has dropped or will be dropping music soon or whatever, contact them and let them know to inbox us. DM us on Insta? Email.
Email soultour@gmail.com.
I said DM us.
Yeah, don't DM us.
We don't want to be
email us
at SOWTOUR@gmail.com. Yes. And so we are excited, guys. We will see you all Friday. Do not forget, Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you live in California, that's 1 o'clock your time.
1 a.m. Yes. No, 1 p.m. Oh, let me stop talking. Okay.
1 a.m. 1 p.m.
Night shift, y'all got me all jacked up. Anyway.
Sarah, email us.
Hey, Sarah.
Sarah Lee Walker. She's amazing.
Email us, Sarah.
Yeah. So, all right. God bless you all. We will talk to you all later.
We're going to Instagram now. Yes. See y'all later. Bye.
That name is Jesus. Can you shout Jesus in this place? Can you shout Jesus in this place? What's his name?
Tonight is the night that God shifts the trajectory of your life. Jamaica, I don't know what inspired you to have this, but you have just changed the lives of people in the kingdom. Y'all can clap for that. We didn't look towards the face when we sing it first. Is that good? Shout.